Alright guys, welcome back to another Dayz tutorial. So quickly, I just want to do an update guide for the Trader mod by Dr. Jones. Reason being is it has recently been taken over by a couple of other modders, and they've basically updated it and they've changed some things. I think made the mod itself just work a bit better and just basically revamped it a little bit, I guess. In terms of the UI and how it looks, it still looks the same, but it just how it works just works a bit different. Right, now I'm not going to go over the installation guide. Um, the way you install it is the same as you've always installed it. Any links to old videos that I've done to show you how you install this, how to get custom positions if you want to make custom trader locations, that sort of thing, I will put links in the description. But yeah, I want to basically keep this as short as possible without confusing you guys. So I'm just going to go over the main things that you need to do to get this working. Now, keep in mind, if you're using a different map rather than Chernarus, you will need to go and make custom trader locations and get all the positions and everything yourself, as the mod itself only contains the mission files and positions and locations for Chernarus. Right, now once you've installed the mod, so I'm not going to go over the installation of the mod itself, just because the way you install the mod is exactly the same way you install any other mod. So, being you add the keys to the keys folder, you add the mod to the start line, the command line, and you install the mod on your server. But once you've installed the mod on your server, you should get in the main root of your server file, your server folder, you'll get a @trader folder wherever I can see it there. Right, now normally, and you can still do this, but I wouldn't suggest not to because it's not up to date. You would need to go into, say, the extras folder, and you would need to copy this trader folder over to your profiles folder on your server. Now, like I just said, the config and files in here are not up to date. So instead of doing this, you can do this two ways. In the description box, there will be a GitHub link. You can go to that, and then you can download, and you can upload the you can basically download the mission files, because on the GitHub page will be up-to-date files. So you can go to that and download them and add them to your server, or basically, also if you're using FTP, you would need to use your FTP to upload all the relative folders to your server, if that makes sense. I'm sure it does. If you don't want to go to the GitHub page, you can join my Discord, create a ticket, and ask me for the up-to-date trader folder. And what I mean by the trader folder is, so if you go into the @trader, so the mod folder itself, go into extras, and you've got this trader folder, and this will contain all the configs. But like I said, in the mod, they're outdated, so don't get them. So I would suggest to go to the GitHub page, because that will be kept up to date. Where if you get them from me, I've only got the up-to-date files as of current. So the current time and day basically is the 15th of February 24. So I've only got the current of now. If when Dayz updates, or when you get updates going forward and new items get added to the game, I won't have them new items, just because I don't use this mod. I've only got it for the demonstration purposes of the tutorial. But you can get the current ones from me now. But I was just going to suggest going to the GitHub page. Right, now, essentially, what you'll need to do is, once you got the trader folder, if you go to your profiles folder, for some of you it may be called config, or it may be called SC. But inside your profiles folder, you essentially want to make sure you get the trader folder, so the updated one, not the one out the mod folder, because it's not updated. So either get it from me or go to the GitHub page, get it from there, and you want to get this trader folder inside your profiles folder location. Right, once in there, you can open it up. Now, some of the things that's changed is in the trader variables.txt. So some things here have been removed from the old one, and some things added. They pretty much explain what it does. So you can adjust some of these if you want to. In the GitHub version, the hasn't got this safe zone debug shape. That's not included. You don't need it. It basically puts like I think a spear cylinder around your safe zone so you can debug if anything's are overlapping. But on your live server, you don't want this active, so you don't really need this. But if you get it from me, this will be included, but it'll be as no. But if you do want to debug any issues, you can put it to yes, and you can see if anything's overlapping. But if you get it from the GitHub page, I believe it's not included in there. So that's just a quick look, a quick mention of what has been sort of changed. Right, the only other thing is, if we go back, the trader objects and trader vehicle parts will be updated, of course. They'll have all the new Dayz vehicles in it, all the new Dayz items as well. But one thing on the trader objects, if we go into this, you do need to make sure, one of the things that's changed, and it always should have been like this, but it wasn't, the trader marker position, so these coordinates for the trader marker position, so you, depending on how many traders you've got, or NPCs, it will depend on how many positions you've got, but the trader marker positions need to be exactly the same as the, if we scroll down, as the object position. So the object position, so this bottom part where it's got objects to spawn, these are your actual NPCs or your vendor machines, depending what you're using. These will be actually where they are actually spawned. Where this top part in the trader markers, this is what I call the interaction position. So this is where you, the player, would stand, would need to stand before you could interact with the trader. Now, beforehand, you could have these slightly different, but now they need to match. So, so basically, for example, and these go in order. So this top one here in the objects to spawn, I believe this is the food trader, the consumable trader, something like that. Survivor F Irina. So her object position is this top one here. So these need to match. So this second set of positions, or the second set here that I've highlighted, but these middle ones here, the positions will be the second one going down. So you can see it goes down in order. So it starts with 0. So you got 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it'd technically be the same this. So this one would be 0, this one would be 1. This one would be 2, and yeah, so on and so on. And if you keep scrolling further down, you get the same for, I don't know how you pronounce this name, but Cumrina. I don't know how you spell it. Cumrina. Yeah, like I said, I don't know how you pronounce it, but it goes down in order. Scroll back up, and we've got these three here too. So we've got the Green Mountain section, and then we got this name that I can't pronounce. And they go down in order. But yeah, do make sure the trader marker positions are exactly the same as the ones for the object positions. But yeah, and like I said, if you're using Chernarus, you don't need to worry about anything. It's all good to go. Unless, of course, you want to make custom, add more traders, or move the traders to a different location entirely. You know, you can do that. But just, yeah, keep in mind, trader marker positions and object positions, these need to be the same. So when you interact with a trader, you actually get the option to interact. If they're different, the only thing you'll see is check pulse, and you won't actually be able to interact. But yeah, I think that covers it. So as long as you installed the mod correctly, you've got the new trader folders. So this trader folder here, so either via the GitHub, which I suggest, or you can come to me. Once you've got that and you sorted everything in terms of that, you're good to go. Start your server and you should have some traders and they should be working just fine. If you are having any issues or you don't quite understand how to do something, just come and speak to me in Discord and I'll be glad to help. Apart from that, yeah, happy using the new updated trader mod by Dr. Jones. Until next time, guys, have fun and peace out.